Have you ever been surrounded by people and still felt lonely? That's a strange feeling. I have been living in Sweden for 35 years, and lately I started noticing something that I can't stop thinking about. There are several things which I really appreciate about living here. It's, it's clean, people respect each other's space, they don't interrupt you, and with that comes certain peace. But sometimes I wonder, has modern life become a little too quiet? One of my favorite things to do is walking, to be outside. I usually spend hour or 2 hours outside, just walking and letting my mind wander. It's a chance to slow down and notice the world around me. So during my walks, I see families, joggers, dog walkers, cyclists, and people heading home from work. Pretty much everywhere, more or less, there are people. Everyone seems to be in their own world. Someone has headphones on. Somebody else is looking at their phones. Someone is thinking about a work. And there are those that are simply trying to get home. And I am not different. I catch myself from time to time doing exactly the same thing. Like a few days ago, I came home after one of these walks and I realized something. I seen like maybe 200 people, but I hadn't had a single conversation with one of them. Perhaps a quick hi, a polite smile was all. That surprised me. Not because people were unfriendly. Actually, nobody was rude. They were simply living their own lives. But it made me wonder, how can we spend so much time around other people and still feel alone? Then another question popped in my mind. Could it be that the problem isn't that we we're talking less? Perhaps it's the modern life itself no longer asks us to talk very much, connect with each other. Almost everything today is built around convenience. Shopping online, pay our bills, order food through an app. Even at the supermarket, often I use myself, well, occasionally self-checkout. Sometimes I realize I walk it into the store, scanned my groceries, paid for them, and walk back out without saying a single word to anyone. It's fast, simple, and honestly, I enjoy the convenience. I'm not against the technology. I use it myself every day. But sometimes I wonder if every small interaction we remove also takes away a tiny piece of what makes everyday life feel human. Years ago, I recall I was buying groceries. It usually meant that I had a small chat with somebody in the store, perhaps a few seconds. Did you find everything? Have a nice evening. Nothing important, maybe more important than we realized. Today we are more connected than ever. We can send messages around the world instantly, immediately. social media, video calls, and endless ways to communicate. But sometimes I wonder if we confuse it, communication with connection. Seeing someone's post isn't the same as asking how they're really doing. Reading a status update isn't the same as sharing a real conversation. I think so. But I actually enjoy being alone. I like walking. I like reading. I enjoy quiet moments. Being alone isn't the problem. Loneliness is different. It's wanting a real connection, but not finding it. And I think more people experience that than we often admit. I don't think the answer is to give up technology. Technology has improved our lives in several ways, and I would like to lose that. But maybe we need a little balance here. Maybe we should look up from our phones once in a while and give a smile to a stranger, perhaps talk to a neighbor, or maybe spend a few seconds chatting with a cashier instead of rushing away. Because maybe those small moments chatting aren't actually small. Maybe they were what remind us that we are part of community. These are just some thoughts that I had while living in Sweden. I'm curious, what is it like where you live? Do you think people are becoming more disconnected? Perhaps you think we are simply connecting in different ways? Let me know in the comments. I would like to hear your opinion. Thanks for staying with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.